Hello everybody and welcome to whatever this is. So basically I have my very first sheep show in about 10 days and well, I've been slacking on the preparation. I decided on Longwool sheep, which might possibly be the hardest sheep to prep. So yeah, I thought I'd film part of the process and I'm gonna go and get my sheep and I'll see you in a minute. Welcome to my very not professional wash bay. So the first thing I'm going to do is introduce you to my sheep for the day. This is Acres Monica the Fen, aka Alfie. He is a registered homebred Lincoln Longwool ram lamb. He's out of Castleview Sergeant and Castleview Lottie, who are actually just chilling in the sun over there. We might get a visit from them later. So yeah, he's looking a little bit scruffy, so he needs a little bit of tidying up. So yeah, the reason we're doing it so early is so that the wool has a chance to settle again and just look a little bit more natural when he actually gets into the show ring. So we're only really going to do some spot cleaning and we're only going to do where he needs it. So I've got a bucket, I've got some soap and a sponge, so let's just get straight into it. So I've got my bucket, I've got some soapy water in it, I've got myself a sponge for his face. Doesn't seem to mind that as much as I thought you would. So yeah, we're just going to have a look, see what he's doing and give him just a little bit of a light clean-up. Actually this side's not looking too bad. Maybe a little bit of a grey patch here. His chest his chest needs doing here. But this side's actually not too bad, so I'm relieved about that. He's got some bits like hay and straw and actually some little bits of moss and stuff. They're going to need pulling out of his wool, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do that the couple of days before the show, because otherwise he'll just get them straight back into his wool and we'll be back to square one. So let's get started with water, soap, and let's start on this grey patch here. So what I'm trying to do is wash only the ends of the wool. With long wools, you want them to have, thank you Alfie, you want them to have what's called a yoke in their wool, which is this sort of, I don't know if you can actually see it, probably not because I'm in the way, but there's kind of a bit of a yellow bit towards the roots of the wool, and that's actually just a build-up of lanolin, which is the oils in the fleece, and we actually want that in the fleece for showing. This is what makes the Longwool fleece so fantastic and valuable and just beautiful and silky. So we want to keep that in, which is why I'm only washing the ends of the fleece and I'm only using a little bit of soap and only doing the spots that really need doing. Doesn't seem to mind this too much, which I'm quite relieved about because he's only a lamb, but he's still quite a big lamb. If he wanted to knock me over, he probably could, but honestly he's too much of a teddy bear for that kind of thing. Like his dad. There we go. I'm really proud of him. He's really got his dad's good nature. So his dad is a 2-year-old ram, Castleview Sergeant, and he is possibly the sweetest ram I've ever met in my life. He's fully halter trained. He's actually, no offence mate, better on the halter than Alfie is. And I trained him when he was 1, just after his first breeding season. So you can tell from that he's a really, really good-natured ram. And Alfie seems to have taken after him for that, thankfully. Not taken after his mum, who's got a little bit of a strop and a little bit of a temper. I might be speaking too soon. So I'm just going to rub this in, just in this spot where it needs it. And I'm going to try and work it through the wool and get some of the dust out that's just really caked in there as much as I can. Now it's going to look worse for a while, so when the wool's wet it looks really grey and horrible, and yeah, there's actually some lovely disgusting muck coming out of that, so definitely this spot needed doing. Yeah, I'm just going to try and work it into the wool, good boy, and get some of that really embedded dirt out. But as I'm doing this, I'm trying not to disturb the curls too much, because those curls are what I want to keep in his fleece because they're what the judges will be looking for, as well as his conformation, size for his age, all of that. They're going to be looking at his fleece because it's what the Lincoln Longwools are known for. Alfie here has got a really lovely fleece, so I'm hoping that'll stand him in good stead. But like I said, I really have no idea. I've never shown a sheep before, let alone a Longwool sheep. I've done horses, I've done chickens, I have never done sheep. So it's going to be a new one for all of us, and I've already said to him, if and when we come last, it's not a reflection on him. It's more a reflection on me and the fact that I really don't know what I'm doing. So I just want to get underneath here because he's actually got a bit of a greasy armpit. It's a really glamorous job, this, sheep keeping, a lot of livestock showing. It's part of the fun. It's a bit of a bonding experience with your animal as well, although I don't know if you know, because Alfie and I are pretty good friends already. He's actually being really, really well behaved, which I'm hoping is a reflection of how he's going to behave at the show. Bubbles. You've never seen Bubbles before, have you? Yeah, I'm hoping that's a reflection of how he's actually going to behave at the show, but knowing my luck, he will be dragging me around the arena. So, I'm just working this in, and I'm going to try and squeeze some of this muck out. Just get as much out as I can, just manually with my hands, and then I'll rinse it out later. So, as I said, I don't want him too clean. He's still got to look reasonably natural, but I also don't want mud and poop and anything like that in this beautiful fleece, because that's really what we're trying to showcase. Good boy. I'm wondering what I'm using, by the way. In this bucket there is some horse shampoo, and just for the slightly tougher spots I've got a little bit of just ordinary dish soap. I don't want to use this too much because I don't want to strip the oils out of this fleece, but I do want to be able to get some of the dirt and grime out, which is why I'm only using this for the tougher spots. And I will say, this is really hard on your back. Done that side. Sorry, get in frame. I think I've pretty much done this side. I'm going to let this soap sit for a little bit, go around, do his chest, and then move on to the other side, and then we can rinse it all off, pop his rug on, and pop him in until he's dry. Good boy. I'm doing at the minute is just wetting all the wool on its chest, or at least in the spot that I actually want to wash. I don't want to wash the whole thing really, but underneath here it's pretty grimy, pretty disgusting. Still needs a little bit of a clean, because someone's been sitting in the mud. Isn't that always the way? Now, I feel like I should probably address this. A lot of you, I say a lot of you like anyone's really going to be watching, anyone who's watching is probably wondering why I'm not using a hose pipe. And the reason is pretty simple. Thank you. We don't have mains water in this field. We have a bowser that is filled up by the lovely farmer who owns the field. He comes and fills it up from his main water, and he brings it in probably every week or so, about every week. But yeah, we don't have a hose pipe. Otherwise, I would be using a hose pipe. So if you have access to mains water and a hose pipe, definitely use that. Probably easier than this is going to be. So I think that's his chest about done. So I've only got a spot on this side to do. I know that this side is the worst, and that's probably why he's hiding it from the camera. So yeah, we'll just turn him around and give him a go at that side. This side, you can see he's got a lovely poo stain where he's laid in a really unsuitable spot. I've told you about laying in dirt. The rest of this side's actually okay. I think maybe a little bit here, tiny bit up here. And I think that's pretty much this side done. So actually it's not as bad as I thought. Just this lovely poop spot at the back. Good boy. This is some hardcore cleaning. It's not really. It's actually quite fresh. I'm not sure if that's worse or better because it's easier to get out, but it's, you know, nice, wet, sticking to my hands. Maybe if you care a little bit more than me, you might wear gloves for this, but I don't really care. I think he might be getting a little bit impatient by now. It's understandable. He's only a baby. So he was born end of February, so he's only, God, my maths is terrible. He's only 4 months old, just over 4 months old. He'll be 5 months at Heckington, so he will be quite a bit younger than some of them there, because they lamb at the end of January, start of January, some of them. Good boy. Start of January, some of them, so they'll be quite a bit older, quite a bit bigger than him. So I'm not expecting him to do particularly well, but we're really just going for the fun of it. You know, we've had a year of not doing anything, being stuck inside. It'll be nice to go out, do something, meet up with some of the other Longwool keepers, have a look at what they've bred this year. Yeah. And ordinarily I'd be spending my summers, or at least my time off in the summers, doing chicken shows. My area don't have any of those back yet, so we're in the east of England. And while there are some poultry shows back across the country, east of England is not one of those areas, so we are doing sheep instead. Soaked up all the spots that I wanted to do. I'm just going to give his face a little wipe with this sponge. Let's get the horsehair off it. And then I'm just going to rinse him off, pop a rug on him, and pop him inside just to dry overnight. Appear to have an audience. That's Sage. He's our retired blue turtle. Now most people are going, retired sheep. We've had her for years. She's throwing some really good lambs, so she's pretty much earned her keep. And to be honest, I just like her. She's friendly. I'm just gonna rinse them off now, and that should be it. this down, bring the worst of the water out, put his rug on and pop him in, get him a little friend, your best buddy Arthur, and he can go in for tonight just while he dries off, and then you can just go back out in the field like a normal sheep tomorrow. So here we go. Alfie now has his little rug on. Sorry, I'm squinting, the sun's right in my face. In case you were wondering, it's not going to get him too hot because this is just a breathable hessian. It's got plenty of holes in it, and underneath is a cotton lining just to absorb some of that moisture, wick it away from him, and keep some of that dirt off, so all that effort doesn't go to waste. So Alfie's now going to go inside, some food, some water, and a little friend to keep him company for the night. Good boy. So I'm just bringing Alfie his buddy now. It's not fully halter trained, unlike Alfie. I was going to introduce you, but he doesn't want. This is Fieldside Arthur. He's a K-Lab that came to us earlier in the year. He's a really sweet guy. Here he is. There we go. This is Arthur, Alfie's best buddy in the world. He's going to keep him company for the night, just while Alfie stays in and dries off, so he doesn't get all dirty again. Like I said, Arthur is not fully halter trained yet. Doesn't lead all that well. So I'll probably do a part 2 to this, just on trimming up the wool, neatening it up, and just getting him overall finished off. And then of course I'll finish the show itself as well. But like I said, Arthur's not fully halter trained yet, so if anyone actually wants to see a halter train video, I'll be happy to do that too. Yeah, I will check in a minute. So the sun is right in my eyes. This is not a good spot. Looking really shiny. I don't know if I've looked like that for the whole video. I hope not, but I probably have. Yeah. So 2 years have passed. Alfie's grown quite a bit. Yeah. This is his dad, Castleview Sergeant, who, I mean, you can see he's a giant teddy bear. But yeah, I think we're gonna end the video there. We'll probably next time do some clipping, trim up the little baby curls at the end of his wool, just so it looks as nice and as neat as possible. And then of course we'll film the actual show. So if anyone wants to see more, then I guess like, comment, whatever. I've never done this before, I don't know. And yeah, if you do want to see a horse training video or anything like that, then happy to do that. I'm sure my little friend here can help. But yeah, see you next time.